This is the Top Gun Show, the Top Gun Show. With Steve Welcome to the Top Gun Show. This is the Top Gun Show, the Top Gun Show with Steve Farmillo.
Well, welcome to the Top Gun Show, where I bring you new providers, new technologies, and introduce you to the best professionals in the entire industry, all so you can make informed decisions. Today, I'd like to introduce Nabila Lulow, the Executive Vice President of E78. Nabila is also the committee co-chair of one of my favorite organizations, the Alliance of Channel Women. She's had an incredible career with sales leadership roles at SAP, Gartner, Five9, C1, and now E78. Nabila, you made it! Welcome to the Top Gun Show.
Thank you so much, and thank you for the hospitality. I'm really excited to be here and to chat with you today.
I'm excited to have you on. I look over your LinkedIn profile and I look at where you've been, and I've got so many friends at all those companies, and you've been on the show numerous times, and I guess it all led to me meeting you.
Yes, I know. I'm surprised we haven't crossed paths sooner, but there's no time like the present, right?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Well, tell me a little bit about, you've got a great career. Tell me what led you to E78. Then we're going to get into E78 in a second too, but tell me about you. Like, what led you to join E78 in your current role?
Yeah, great. That's a great question. And, to your previous statement, I have had the opportunity to work for some really great organizations throughout my career. I always joke with people because I fell into the technology space on accident. That's a long story. I don't think we have enough time for that today. But I've been in the channel now for about 6 years. Prior to joining the channel, I spent some time in consulting for SAP, Infor, and Gartner. So consulting's been at my core in terms of how I approach clients and their holistic needs from a technology perspective. And then, I was fortunate enough about 6 years ago to have a nice 4-year tenure at Five9. That's really where I got to learn about contact center, unified communications, because that just wasn't my forte prior. And I left Five9 to pursue a leadership position at C1. And while I was at C1, I was actually recruited by someone that's a channel chief in the channel into E78. And, it's just been a great about a year and a half with the organization, a little over a year and a half with the organization. I started as an individual contributor, and now I lead our contact center go-to-market in the channel.
That's great. That's great. What a great path, man. Tell me about E78. Who are you guys, and what do you sell, and who do you sell it to?
So we're a little bit different than your typical agency or partner that's in our ecosystem. We were founded in 2016 by John Cigna, and we were traditionally more of like the office of the CFO, accounting as a service, interim CIO and CFO placements, and our firm's really grown over the last 9 years. We've been awarded top workplace, I think 2 or 3 years in a row. And about 3 years ago, E78 made an acquisition of an agency called PES, Profit Enhancement Systems. They were founded out of the East Coast, and traditionally, that agency was a TEM provider, so technology expense management. When I came on board just under 2 years ago, we really started expanding into across all technologies with a strong focus, obviously around cost savings, cost optimization, contact center. And what E78 does in the market that's unique to the KPMGs of the world, the Deloittes, and other agencies is we really come in and look at how we can drive cost optimization across the entire organization. So not just within technology, but everything inclusive of their utilities, how they're acquiring their toilet paper, for example. And we will sit with our clients and create a roadmap on how to execute on cost savings. And furthermore, we go into the market and help them identify, new providers, new suppliers, or help them mitigate risk with their current providers, as well as negotiate better contracts. So we take a look holistically at an organization's spend, and we really focus on, there's two buckets. So there's our private equity side, because we are backed by a PE firm, Further Global, so that we serve middle market private equity funds and portfolio companies. So that's a piece of our business. And then the other piece of our business is the traditional large enterprise clients. So your Fortune 100, Fortune 500 clients. And the way that we approach those two buckets, it's a little bit unique. Our approach to private equity is all about value creation based on where that particular portfolio company sits in the current process. Like, are they in where are they at? Are they in their first year, 3 year? Are they preparing for an exit? So that's our model for those clients, really relies on our traditional advisory, which is more of serving the office of the CFO, performance improvement, as well as getting a client ready for exit. And then on the enterprise side of our house, we're really focused more of a traditional agency model where we're having the conversations around cost optimization, inclusive of their entire technology stack. So I know that was a lot, so I'll pause there and see if you have any questions.
Well, yeah, I have a lot of questions, but I'm not going to ask them right now because this is just kind of a general overview. Wow, though. I mean, I thought coming into this, I thought you were like a traditional sales broker. So now I know you're probably more like Accenture or somebody like that, consultative type of an opportunity than a peddler of circuits kind of a thing. So that makes sense. What's E78? What does that stand for? What does that name mean?
Yeah, element 78. So it represents the platinum on the periodic table. So I was coined the phrase to the clients, we're going to give you the platinum experience.
Yeah, sure sounds like it. Giving them the platinum service. If I was educated, I would have known that E78 was the call sign for platinum.
It's okay. Nobody knows that.
But I'm not. Well, Nabila, I know you're a big fan of the Top Gun show, and I know there are millions and millions of people watching you right now. Why don't you tell them a fun little known fact about yourself?
Oh my gosh, I don't want to embarrass myself. I'm trying to think of what would be fun that, wouldn't be embarrassing. Well, fun fact, I was on the boys wrestling team in high school. So there's that.
Okay, well, I'm not going to ask any questions. I'm not going to interview any of your opponents, but
Long time ago, long time ago. And, my mother was really against me doing it, but I wanted to participate in a sport in between swimming and track. And that it was either that or volleyball, and I was terrible at volleyball. So I opted for the boys wrestling team.
I'm not sure. I don't think I'd have the freedom to, you know, wrestle a woman, take her down, and pin her. Well, you know what? We're not going to get into this.
Yeah, I look back and I'm like, what
this.
were you thinking? But hey, I only did it
Yeah.
one season because I had so many bruises on my body that the nurse called my mother and said, hey, I'm concerned. We might need to call CPS. And my mother said, my daughter's on your wrestling team, and that's why. And that was the end of that.
That's great stuff. That's great stuff. Well, thanks for sharing that.
Thank
And
you
again,
so
thanks
much.
for being on the show. It's been great. It's been great. Thank you. Thanks for watching, everybody.